How many hours do you guys sleep? Sometimes 4, sometimes 10. Not enough. Usually 6 hours. I hate it when it's bedtime. And I hate mornings. 7-8 hours most nights, sometimes less, occasionally longer. 8-10. I struggle to function on any less sleep than that. For a few weeks, I was getting like 5-6 hours a night and it almost felt like I was drunk during my waking hours. 4-6 hours a night. I always try for 8, but end up getting 2-6. Usually 6-8. Tonight so far has been 0 and it's already 5 a.m. Depending on my asshole cat and my fishing schedule, 5-8 hours usually. I try to get 8 hours of sleep every night. At least 12. I wake up during the night, usually 2-3 times. So my sleep is broken into chunks of 2 or 3 hours x2 or x3. 5-7. I have a puppy now, so 8 hours is just not possible. I probably average 7 hours. Some nights a little less and some a little more. But I never go less than 6. Sleep is important for overall health. Gotta make it a priority. Around 5-6 hours and it's starting to take its toll. At least 7-9 hours average I listen to my body. It's either straight 12 hours or 3 hours, there's no in between. Not enough unamused. 7 hours on weekdays, up to 10 on weekends or any day I'm not going to school. Depends. On weekdays between 5 and 7 hours. Sometimes 4 when I need to get early to my workplace because large workload. On weekends, between 6 and 8 usually. But that's depending on my toddler XD. In normal conditions, I usually sleep 8 hours. Almost down to the second. 4-6. My sleep schedule is inconsistent at the moment. Some days I'll get maybe 4-6 hours of sleep, then some days my body will want to catch up and sleep for 10-12 hours. Somewhere between 5 and 10. Depends on I want to be at work rolling on the floor laughing. 8-9 hours during the week usually, sometimes longer at weekends. Since a DLC from a game came out I don't anymore. False. I work swing 3P3A. I stay in hotels when I'm on the road. I go home to a toddler and preschooler for 2 days. Then I'm back to working. I am constantly switching between normal hours and effed up hours. Today I fell asleep at 4:45 and slept to 8:30. 3 to 12 hours, depending on how much I fucked my schedule up. Usually 5-7 on a good night. 8h per night, on average, but I gonna sleep late at night. Averaging at around 6-7 hours probably. I could get more sleep, but most nights I don't want my free time to be over lol. Not enough. Due to night shift 2-3 hours in day. 6 if I'm lucky. I need 9. I get about 6. At least 10 per night. More than anyone I know. 4-6. 5-4 hours and on the weekend 6 hours. 4-6. 7-8. 30 years old. Usually around 6 to almost 7 hours. I got an Apple Watch as a gift a few months ago, so I've been tracking my sleep extra closely. Been getting on the habit of stretching and meditating for 10 minutes before sleep, and it helps to go to sleep way faster. The days I don't do that I take 30-40 minutes longer to fall asleep. If I stretch and meditate I am dead asleep 15-20 minutes in. Going to sleep at the same hour every night helps a lot. 3-4. I try to cram as much activities in the day as I can. 3 Hana. Sleep? What's that? Grinding 24/7, dude. Call me hand medium skin tone. Sleep? What's that? Grinding 24/7, dude. Call me hand medium skin tone. Tonight, 0. Yesterday night, 13. Tomorrow? We'll see. 6-8. Naturally 8, but I force myself to sleep 7 hours. If I have to wake up early in the next day, I'll sleep 4 to 6 hours, but I keep it occasional. 6-10. Around 7 hours. A solid 8, more at the weekends. Last month AVG. 7 hours 22 minutes. 7-8 with alarm without alarm, I can push that to 10. 4 to 6 and with a midday power nap thrown in. 6.5 hours. I never sleep more than that, regardless of what I did that day or how tired I am. If I fall asleep at 9, I will always wake up by 4:30 a.m. I haven't used an alarm in over 5 years since I always wake up before 5:30 a.m. the latest. 4-8 hours depends on the work shift. 7-8 hours, most of the time. According to Fitbit, 7 hours. I'm in bed for 7, Fitbit says I actually sleep for around 6:15. Simultaneously too many and too few. 5-8 every night. Ocho. Depends. When I have to work the next day, I usually sleep something between 5 and 7.5 hours. When I don't have to work, it's something between 7 and 10 hours. 5-6 hours a night, never solid sleep though. Aim for 7. 6-7 working 9-ish off days. 6-7. 7-8 usually. 6 to 7. I don't sleep. I just pass out looking at a screen or a book. In the last 4 years I remember going to bed maybe like 4 or 5 times in total. 6 Monday to Friday, 8 on the weekends. If I commit to 7-8 I have my best days afterward. Somehow, I end up sleeping 6 hours or so most work nights. If I meditate for long periods like an hour, that seems to almost count as sleep, man shrugging. 5-6 on average. 4 hours on average. 6-8 depending upon the wife waking me up. 6. 7-8 with my current schedule. I practice falling asleep quickly so I can get close to 8. Like 6 hours to 8, typically. I'm up by 6 to 7 a.m. every day, even weekends, because of my doggo. 4 on a good day. 6-9 usually. I'm a night owl with a 1-year-old. So, not enough. Because I switched schedules. 5-6. Maybe sneak a nap in during my lunch break. But normally, I can average a good 7-8. 7 hours minimum. RN my only peace is sleeping, so I have been taking it seriously lately. 3 to 4 hours every couple of days. Really varies. 2-4 regularly. 2-0 when my depression gets really bad. 10 hours when I eventually crash. Semester break or weekends. 8 hours average. About 5.5 average for the last month. Kids, man shrugging. Ordinarily 8, got 90 minutes last night and my eyes hurt so much right now. You sleep? 5-7 hours, usually on the shorter end though. Before the pandemic 3 hours a night and 2 extra 4 to 5 hours naps on the weekend. During the pandemic, 7 hours a night. Now that things are almost back to normal, 4 hours a night. 4-8. 8-9. If I sleep less than 8 I am tired as fuck and can't function well. I generally try to get around 8 hours.